Rob Pincus here. Welcome to another National Shooting Sports Month video where I've pulled something, in this case, off of the display wall to come out to the range. And as always in this series, it's been a while since I've shot this. This is a Mag Tactical ICE training company collaboration called the AIR-15. The AIR-15 firearm weighs 4.6 pounds. So this is a sub 5-pound rifle with the T1 optic, which is pretty cool. This is almost exactly how they were shipped. They were packaged up and marked AIR-15 on them. It has the Mission First Tactical. This was the first collaboration, first rifle build I ever did. And this is now going back probably 12 years ago, I'm going to say, with their minimalist stock. Really like this stock. I've used this stock all along, still use this stock today on our ASARs and ASAPs at Avidity Arms. Has a Hogue rubber grip. Now since then I've switched. I like the black collar grip, but you can't really go wrong with Hogue rubber. And important to note, these kinds of things aren't cheats to keep us under 5 pounds with the optic. We're still able to use like off-the-shelf good stuff in this OEM build. Why? Well, because of this. This upper and lower are a magnesium alloy. Now, Mag Tactical isn't in business anymore, but what set them apart, obviously, was their magnesium alloy on the uppers and the lowers. Significantly lighter than aluminum. Say like 30-40% lighter than aluminum. Incredibly durable, great coatings, very rugged, and then this one happens to be Cerakoted on top. Now, obviously, we do get some compromises out here on this end, but as far as the weight and where you want the weight when you're moving around with the gun, wanting the weight back here as opposed to way out there, we have a pencil barrel and a AP Customs carbon fiber forend. We've got a relatively large break out here. This is a Viper was the model number and model name, and it really is a great break, and that helps to mitigate the lack of weight out here, because when you're shooting, more weight out here of course means better recoil management, but this Viper break really helped as far as that goes. One thing that I know is different from how we ship these, this has a Phase 5 weapon systems oversized charging handle on it. And I know that we shipped these originally with one of the medium size oversized charging handles from Bravo Company was the standard on this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop it open here so that you can see that this is a low mass, not particularly lightweight, nothing crazy, but this is from Mag Tactical. This is their low mass bolt carrier group. Definitely lightened a little bit, and that of course helps us stay under that 5 pounds. You know, the idea here was to outfit a gun the way that I think a home defense or maybe even patrol carbine should be set up at a minimum, but keep it at 5 pounds or less.
Well, the cool thing about this is nothing that you can really tell on video, but when we hand it to people and they go, wow. Well, that's pretty much what makes it cool. This is a 4.75 pound operational AR, and it's not just a tricked out, scropped down, no frills kind of thing that you're gonna have to add a bunch of stuff to. My goal, when I ran into the Mag Tactical Systems guys out of Indiana who are now making uppers and lowers, complete rifles out of magnesium alloy, was to build a 5 pound or less rifle with everything I would want on it anyway, with the good Hogue rubber grip, with a good stock, with an oversized charging handle. This is the Mod 4 from BCM that I like, with the Aimpoint T1, which I really like, with a good handguard, with a good brake. Really an operational gun, just add bullets.
And the AIR-15 collaboration with Mag Tactical definitely accomplished this. Most of the ones, I think all the ones that we sold as a collaboration with them were all gray, all laser engraved this way, laser marked this way. They also had flat dark earth and of course black. Most of the ones that you'll see reviewed or talked about out there are the model Recons. They weren't the collaborative ICE version that shipped with the optic and all this. It was just more of a standardized lightweight AR version that shipped as the AIR-15 Recon. Like I said, you would expect that this gun would be very easy to move around with, but it's also very fast and easy to shoot. And again, I think that particular break has a lot to do with that, but also just the ergonomics, right? I think a good stock, staying in close on it, a really good grip that allows a lot of traction, and then obviously just kind of having your normal kind of pull the gun in. And that gun's not going to move much at all when you shoot it, even though it is incredibly lightweight. There's a lot of talk I'm seeing now again online. Most of it has to do with AR pistols, right? Much shorter barrels, thinking about SBR type setups that are 5 pounds or less. This was, I think, the first gun brought to market that was a full 16-inch, particularly with the optic, that was under 5 pounds. Pretty cool gun to be able to come out and talk about. Haven't talked about it in over a decade probably. Cool collaboration, one of the first AR firearm type collaborations I did. I've done a few of them along the way. This one is the one that's probably the most unique. Mag Tactical Systems AIR-15, National Shooting Sports Month. What do you have that's unique or cool or special, or maybe that you've customized to be unique, cool, or special? Talk about it in the comments. Take somebody to the range, take it out and shoot it, and maybe share that experience with other people, because that's a big part of what National Shooting Sports Month is all about.